I don't know if you know this, but Washington has this pilot program where they are teaching simians to be workers, to do those boring, repetitive tasks no one really wants to do. They teach the apes, the gorillas, to make a living, earn their bananas. And this has been going on. It's getting rave reviews, and yes, they do treat the animals very humanely. It was going on in the White House, and yes, there was an incident. One of the staff members was making fun of the way one of the apes walked, and Barack just went ballistic. He started yelling and screaming at the man. Carried on for the longest time, then he stormed into the Oval Office, slamming the door behind him. And yeah, he took out his white girlfriend. And then as the sun set there in Washington, he just stared out that window for the longest time, thinking back to when he was a young child and the maid was driving him. And Barack said, "I hate that school." And the maid asked why. And Barack told her, "No one else is like me there." And she said, "What do you mean by that?" And Barack says, "Well, for one thing, none of the other kids need electrolysis." And then, as a tear rolled down a very hairy young face, the maid pulled up in front of that hair removal place. And she looked him in the eye and she said, "Barack, that just means you're very special. And you're going to grow up to be president, just like Uncle Osama says." I think even way back then, Barack knew Osama wasn't his uncle. Guys, remember what my little fictional videos, my funny stuff is to do, to draw attention to the blatant and dangerous censorship of our phones. Call 424-229-0911. Then document your mail to me to show where that dangerous censorship comes from at Bonzo in Washington. And get the truth out about that, because they sure aren't covering that in the news, are they?